What is idealism? Idealism is a philosophical view that emphasizes the importance of ideas and concepts, rather than of material objects or physical sensations, in understanding the world. It believes that reality is fundamentally mental or spiritual in nature, instead of material or physical. One of the central ideas of idealism is that the world we perceive is not the real world, but rather a mental construct made by our minds. Idealists argue that the world is not made up of physical objects and events, but rather of ideas, concepts, and mental representations. They believe that everything we experience is ultimately a product of our own minds, and that our perceptions are shaped by our beliefs, values, and socio-cultural backgrounds. For them, there is no objective reality that exists independently of our own mental constructs. This idea, however, has led some critics to argue that idealism is a solipsistic philosophy, that is, one that denies the existence of anything outside of the individual mind. Many idealists, on the other hand, claim that their philosophy offers a more holistic and integrated view of reality that can help overcome the limitations of materialism and empiricism. They believe that by focusing on the mental aspects of reality, they can better understand the interconnectedness of all things, and the role of human consciousness in shaping the world around us. Idealism can be traced back to the ancient Greek philosopher Plato, who believed that the world we experience is merely a shadow of the true reality that exists in the world of ideas. Plato argued that ideas such as goodness, truth, justice, and beauty are more real than the physical objects around us, and that our task as human beings is to seek knowledge of these unchanging and eternal ideas. Another important figure in the history of idealism is the German philosopher Immanuel Kant. Kant argued that our knowledge of the world is not based on direct observation, but rather on our mental concepts and categories. He believed that our minds impose certain structures on our experiences, such as space, time, and causality, which allow us to make sense of the world around us. Idealism became a prominent philosophical movement in Europe, particularly in Germany and Britain, during the 19th century. German idealists such as Georg Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel and Friedrich Wilhelm Joseph Schelling developed complex systems of thought that tried to reconcile the opposing forces of idealism and materialism, while British idealists such as Thomas Hill Green and Francis Herbert Bradley focused on the ethical and political implications of idealism, arguing that it offered a more holistic and integrated view of reality than materialism. In addition to its influence on philosophy, idealism has also had a significant impact on art, literature, and culture. Idealist themes can be found in many literary works, such as in the romantic poetry of William Wordsworth and Samuel Taylor Coleridge, and in the novels of Jean-Paul Sartre and Albert Camus. Idealism's influence on the arts, on the other hand, can be seen in the form of abstract and avant-garde movements that seek to break free from the constraints of material reality. Idealism has been subject to numerous criticisms throughout its history. While its emphasis on the importance of ideas and concepts has led to important insights in fields such as ethics, aesthetics, and social theory, critics argue that it is a vague philosophy that lacks a clear definition or coherent system of thought. Moreover, they contend that idealism can lead to solipsism, or the denial of the existence of anything outside of the individual mind. Critics argue that by claiming that our perceptions are shaped by our beliefs, values, and cultural backgrounds, idealists deny objective reality and reject empirical evidence. Another criticism of idealism is that it can lead to the denial of the obvious importance of material reality. Idealists argue that the world is fundamentally mental or spiritual in nature, and that physical objects and events are merely secondary phenomena. According to critics, this view is radical, and it ignores the obvious importance of the physical world in shaping our experiences and understanding of the world. Lastly, some critics argue that idealism is too abstract and theoretical, and that it fails to provide practical solutions to real-world problems. While idealism has had a significant impact on fields such as ethics and aesthetics, critics claim that it is often disconnected from the concerns of everyday life, and fails to address the material realities of social and political systems. If you like our content, please follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Thank you, and see you in our next one.